If you like Helldivers 2, you are going to love this game. What's up, everybody? I wanted to make this video to kind of shed some light on one of my all-time favorite games. It has a lot of similarities to Helldivers 2, and the game is called Deep Rock Galactic. It is a 4-player co-op PvE game where you fight bugs and complete a variety of different missions. You work for a mining company in space called Deep Rock Galactic. The game is super fun, very similar in a few ways to Helldivers 2, but also quite different in a lot of different ways as well. It has a ton of charm, it's super unique, super funny, has an amazing gameplay loop, and gets content updates every so often. There's a massive amount of content anyway in the game. It's just super fun. Infinite replayability, in my opinion. But first thing I want to do is sort of do a quick introduction of the hub area in the game, which is the space rig. I'm going to kind of go through, do a little tour of all these different little terminals and things we have in our hub world. Kind of similar to Helldivers 2. With the spaceship being like the hub area. But the space rig for Deep Rock Galactic I think has a little bit more to offer, but quite similar. After do that little kind of tour of our hub area, our space rig, then I'm going to play a little mission, and that's going to be it. A little gameplay, show you what the game, some of what the game has to offer. I mean, we're probably barely going to scratch the surface, there's so much content in this game.
Stop it now.
Yeah, so mission control, first off. They don't like when you vandalize the space rig. So they're not a fan of when you kick barrels into the launch bay, or do a lot of different stuff, which you'll kind of find out as I'm playing here. So, first thing we have here in our space rig is the mission selection terminal. This is kind of, very similar to Helldivers 2. Works pretty similar. We open it up. We've got a nice variety of different sort of areas to do missions in. Each one is quite different from each other. Some have different enemy types. Terrain is quite different. There's different weather events and things and all these different little worlds here. As you can see, we've got this little timer down here. It says new missions in about 10 minutes. So that means that everything we see here is going to refresh in 10 minutes. So as of right now, certain areas like the salt pits or the radioactive exclusion zone, it says their scanners are out of range, while other areas we're able to go to. In 10 minutes, some of these areas are going to be out of range, and then some of them are going to open up again, and new missions are going to be generated that we can do. So we open up one of these worlds, the dense biozone here. We can see there's a few different mission types to choose from. One of them has this sort of icon above it for this industrial sabotage mission, and that's because this mission here is part of my assignment. You can do different assignments to either unlock different cosmetics or armors or minerals, materials, overclocks, which I can explain later. Lots of different stuff. But, as you can see, the mission here, that is my assignment mission, it's an industrial sabotage mission, with the main objective being to recover one data rack, and a sub-mission, which is optional, which is collect 15 Apoca Blooms. The data rack, this mission is a pretty unique one. It's sort of like a boss fight, you could say. It involves sort of taking out this large machine, basically, and collecting its data. And then we have an escort duty mission where you escort a giant drill dozer. It's going to drill some minerals. We've got an egg collection mission, collecting 6 alien eggs. That involves some fighting of different waves, collecting eggs. The quarks, collect 7 of those. That's sort of like a mining mission where you have like a central kind of hub area. You're collecting these quarks, bringing them back to your little hub area, as well as the other submissions here. The game has a lot of different mission types, and every so often they add new ones as well. Every so often, I mean not too often. I believe this right here, the deep scan mission, that's the newest, I believe. I'm not a huge fan of that mission type, but every mission type is fun in its own way. So that is our mission selection screen. Any of these you can host your own, or you can play solo if you want. Playing solo is actually pretty fun. You get a little droid that accompanies you that can mine for you, fight bugs for you, collect things for you. But the public games are definitely where it's at. That's where the game for sure shines, and the community is so much fun. Super goofy, super funny, but solo is really fun too. I've probably played like a third of my time in solo. And a few of the missions, such as like the Quarks, is honestly better solo, which if you ever play the game, you'll kind of find out why. So that's the mission selection. Over here we have our assignment board. This is where you can complete sort of weekly assignments, where you can get sort of extra money or crafting materials. Here we can purchase different cosmetics and things, or craft different items you need. Armor that you can unlock with weekly missions. You can unlock harder difficulties. You can unlock promotions, which involves getting your character to level 25. And then you can do a promotion mission, which then gives you like a prestige. So if you see my character here, my scout, that's one of the classes. He has this silver sort of star here. That's his prestige, or his promotion. It means I promoted him a few different times. And once you do a promotion, you unlock a few different things, such as over here, our deep dive terminal, as well as our forge terminal over here. So the deep dives, once you promote a character, you unlock these, and these are weekly sort of raid type missions, where you play 3 levels sort of back to back to back, all within the same mission, all with like the same resource inventory and stuff like that. These are a little bit harder and longer than like a typical mission. Elite deep dives, these are an even harder version of the already somewhat harder regular deep dives. And those are pretty fun. When you complete these, you also unlock, like, you're awarded with materials and matrix cores. And matrix cores are where you're able to forge what are called overclocks for your weapons, as well as cosmetics. And these overclocks here, you can see we have like an unstable overclock, balanced overclock, clean overclock. These are all weapon modifiers you can equip to your weapons. So if we look at, let's see, if we look at like a clean overclock for this here, our lightweight cases, this would provide us more ammo with a faster reload. Clean overclock, pretty straightforward, simple kind of buffs. If we look at something like this hyper propellant unstable overclock, that's going to give us a huge advantage and some major kind of drawbacks too. So if we were to forge this overclock, it would take one of our matrix cores, create this, and if we equipped this, it would provide us a super fast projectile that can do serious damage to a single target, almost turning our grenade launcher weapon right here into like an RPG. It would give us a couple drawbacks, being with much less ammo and a smaller area of effect. So those are kind of quick rundown on overclocks. Basically weapon modifiers. Then we also have cosmetics that you can unlock too. So that's the forge. That's our deep dive area. Over here we have our mineral trade station. So you can collect different minerals while you're in missions. Just by mining, you can kind of find them in different areas. So there's different kind of maps throughout the world. They'll have different types of minerals, like the fungus bogs. They'll have a lot of like jadas, but they won't really have like Enor pearls or something like that. So here you can kind of trade minerals, kind of like a stock market. There's special deals where you can sell, get a lot of money. We have a shop here, which doesn't involve real money at all. Nothing in this game does, unless you want to get some DLC, which is only cosmetic as well. But all this stuff in the shop, you can purchase just with in-game currency or minerals that you mine, like our Phasonite here. That can unlock us different cosmetics. we have the season terminal, which is basically our battle pass. Again, not involving real money at all. You can see here, this involves real money, some DLC. Don't have to get that though. All of this stuff, it's all free content. You just have to unlock it. A little bit of a grind, but it's all part of the fun. So there's different events that you can come across throughout your missions, different cosmetic awards, minerals, skins. Got a cosmetic tree, you can unlock different models of weapons, cosmetics, skins, more skins, all that good stuff. Over here, we have our equipment terminal. So in Deep Rock Galactic, we've got 4 different classes to choose from. We have our scout, which is probably my favorite. We have a driller, an engineer, and a gunner, each of which has 3 unique primary weapons and 3 unique secondaries, 4 unique grenades. Each class has its own support tool, as well as kind of like utility tool as well. So for the scout, we've got a sort of standard assault rifle. We've got like a marksman type rifle right here. Not a big fan of this one myself, some people love it. Then we have another sort of assault rifle. This one's like a plasma rifle. Doesn't have to reload, but it overheats. For the secondaries, we've got a shotgun, dual SMGs, as well as a crossbow, kind of another marksman type item. And then 4 different styles of grenades that kind of suit the class. The scout has a grappling hook, as well as a flare gun, which can launch flares and sort of light up the caverns of the maps. Each character also has just regular flares you can throw. Flare gun is a little bit better. Lights up the map more. Sticks versus just kind of gets tossed. The scout is also notorious, I believe. He's kind of, there's a lot of stereotypes of the scout being like a meme, where he dies a lot, he never uses his flare gun, he grapples, then falls and dies. That's like the stereotypical scout. I try to actually use the flare gun, unlike a lot of scouts, I would say. I try to use it. Then we have our driller. Driller has either a flamethrower, a sort of ice thrower, or like an acid thrower weapon. He also has for secondaries a standard kind of pistol, a plasma pistol, or like a microwave gun. Driller comes with a C4 charge, which can destroy large parts of the map or take out big enemies. He's got drilling arms. So everything in the levels can be destroyed. The whole map is destructible. So the driller has these huge arms. You can just quickly sort of get from point A to point B, drill right through the entire world pretty easily instead of just like using a regular pickaxe here. And then again, 4 different types of grenades to choose from. They've got our engineer. He's either got a shotgun, regular kind of shotgun, a sort of electric SMG type thing, and then what's called the smart rifle, a SMG. Then here we've got a grenade launcher. This is sort of like a laser kind of wave launcher type weapon, and then sort of like a laser beam type weapon. And so here's an example of an overclock that is also kind of notorious. This is called the Fat Boy overclock. As you can see here, it kind of changes our regular grenade launcher gun into almost like a mini nuke launcher. So the drawbacks being that it has almost no ammo and not much range, but it shoots now mini nukes instead of sort of grenades, where it creates a huge explosion, tons of damage, and it leaves behind this like radioactive sort of like area that'll damage enemies and other players too. So using this one in multiplayer, usually not like too smart, but if I'm playing solo, I like to use it 'cause it's pretty fun to use. And then engineer comes with some turrets, as well as a platform gun where you can launch these like pre-made platforms to help get to certain places, or like help a scout get up to some minerals that are hard to reach or something like that. And then 4 different grenades, once again. Then finally we've got our gunner here, sort of the like, you know, heavy weaponry guy here. So we've got the regular kind of minigun. Think like TF2, kind of heavy, exact same kind of thing here. So TF2 minigun is what we'll compare that to. Then we've got like a dual heavy autocannon. And then we have a missile launcher that shoots these kind of miniature little missiles. Secondaries, we have a revolver, 3-round burst pistol, and then a miniature kind of railgun type weapon. And then a shield generator, as well as a zipline launcher. So you can shoot these zip lines across the map, help the team kind of traverse different areas. And usually the scout would just kind of, you know, not ever use the zip lines that the gunner puts up. But I would. And then we got the 4 different grenades here. Over here we have our drone modification terminal. So this is Bosco. This is the droid that will join you on solo missions or on a public mission up until a player joins you. So he acts as another player. You can kind of command him to do mining, fighting bugs, picking up items, all that kind of stuff. Then we have our pickaxe customization terminal. So once again, more stuff you can unlock and customize. Different pickaxe parts. You can create your own pickaxe. Different skins for the pickaxe. Each class, you can customize your own pickaxe. You can have 4 different ones. My gunner one is pretty ugly. My scout one looks good.
Rock and stone in the heart.
And right there, the rock and stone.
Rock
You'll see that whenever you play a public lobby, anytime someone joins, hit them with that.
Rock and
Or
stone.
anything good happens, hit them with that.
Rock and stone, the
Pretty much a way to
sound
just
of
communicate
teamwork.
without really typing. You'll
Rock and
notice if you play the game, there's a lot of spamming of this.
Rock and stone.
Right here we have the wardrobe, more customization, more things you can unlock, different hairstyles, armors, skins, victory moves, you know, beards, mustaches, all that fun stuff. Med bay, for when you fail a mission, you'll spawn in there, or if you black out from having beers, you'll spawn in there.
Sometimes I wonder if we have dug too deep. Nah.
Then up here we've got kind of some fun stuff. We've got the bar, which can provide a variety of different beers, some of which give you special like buffs for the missions. So right now, today's special, we have the Backbreaker Stout. So we check this out here. Backbreaker Stout provides faster walking when carrying heavy loads. So if we were to order this beer and then play a mission that involved us having to carry items, it'd give us like a small little buff where we could move a little bit quicker. Then besides that, there's also a bunch of little random ones that just do funny little effects. So we've got like the Gut Wrecker, for example.
Nothing clears a
And we always
clog
got a
like
tip
a
as well.
gut wrecker. Here's a tip.
And I'll show you, this one's got its own kind of special effect. Doing the
Cheers, everyone.
cheers. Down the hatch.
Oh,
Chug this.
yeah.
So as you can see,
Yeah.
that's what's called the Gut Wrecker. And you can see my character's kind of getting a little bit buzzed. If you have too many drinks, you'll actually pass out and end up in the med bay. And you'll actually stay like buzzed during the mission. So if you don't want that, you can get the Leaf Lover Special, which will kill the buzz, make your screen go back to normal. We've also got a jukebox.
Oh, I like that.
You know, you're not being paid
Yeah,
by
so
the
mission
hour.
control is getting
Get to work.
annoyed with us.
That's the stuff.
We also got a few different mini games. Got this fun little barrel kicking mini game, as well as like a Flappy Bird type mini game, which is kind of cool. And the cool thing about this, you can see in these high scores, there's a bunch of different names here. Anytime you join somebody's lobby, you'll end up in their space rig, sort of like in Helldivers 2. You'll end up in their spaceship, and you can play another person's jetty boot machine and actually set high scores on their machines, which is kind of cool. In this game, you can actually find, it'll sometimes randomly spawn in actual missions, but it'll be part of like a hover boot crate, and I get the idea. And you'll kind of play that game to unlock the crate, and then you and your teammates will get hover boots for the entire mission, which is pretty cool.
You are aware that you're here
And
to
then
work,
upstairs,
yes? Not to play video games.
upstairs we have our memorial hall, which is kind of our last little terminal here. This is sort of where we come. You'll pretty much just come here when you need a promotion. So once you hit level 25 on your class, right now my scout's at 13, you'll be able to promote one of your classes to next prestige, where once you do that, you get a bunch of awards, and if it's your first time doing it, that's how you're going to unlock your deep dives and overclocks and things like that. And you'll be able to complete, sometimes there's some random events that'll spawn in missions, and sometimes you need a promoted character in order to actually play those events. But we can do a quick little mission here, and I'll show you kind of how the game works. So we might as well do our assignment mission. Why not? So we'll host one, see if anybody joins us. We'll play on extreme, because that's more fun. I'll make sure I got the loadout I like.
Warm up. Time to get to work, team.
Throw a new skin on this. Just for fun, we'll throw a new model on it as well. So as you can see, I've got an overclock on here. I've got a clean overclock, more pellets, small damage boost. You can also modify your weapons as you see fit as well. So there's different builds, different ways to customize your character. Tons and tons and tons of content and customization in this game, which is one of the reasons I love it.
Rock and stone.
So we'll do one of those, and we'll start the mission.
Rock and stone. Snake
I'll see if anybody joins us. So as you can see, kind of like in Helldivers 2, dropping in to our mission here. Not in a hell pod, but in a giant driller drop pod thing.
For this one, team. Someone is trying to extract information on Hoxies, and we can't.
And right here we have the mini
Get in there
mule.
and find the data vault.
This is sort of a droid that follows us around.
Everything that isn't nailed
It
down.
acts as our team depository, so anytime we have like gold or something, it'll go into our depository and we get to keep it for once we finish the mission. As well as it allows us to collect things like this, which is called nitra. So nitra is what we use to order resupplies. So we want to make sure we always have a lot of that. In order to order a resupply, you need about 80 nitra. So we'll deposit some of this here, and as you can see, now we have 26 nitra.
A lot bigger.
This stuff right here is called red sugar. That's how we regain health. This is a loot bug. You can pet them, or you can do that, and they drop loot, gold, and nitra. And that mushroom is a bulo cap. As you can see in the top right of my screen, that's what our secondary for this mission is. We got a lot of loot bugs right here. Take them out, get some nitra. And my screen just froze there. It probably means, yep, somebody is joining our mission here.
Watch me fly.
Looks like we have an engineer, which is good. Engineers and scouts go super well together because always hit them with the rock and stone.
Rock and stone. Rock and stone.
Yeah.
Looking forward to be
Yeah,
working
so
with you.
engineers and scouts go well together because The engineer can place platforms. The scout can grapple hook up to platforms.
Platform up.
Just like that. Right on cue. And so mining some gold right here. The gold pretty much just converts right into money that we're able to use on the space rig. As well as providing some XP, so the more you mine, the more XP points your character is going to get at the end of the mission. Mining as well as killing bugs, doing your secondaries, doing events that you find, all that kind of stuff. Lots of ways to earn XP. Similar to Helldivers 2, all of our enemies have weak points. So for these little turrets here, the top kind of glowing bit is the part I'm going to try to aim for here. Enemies also have elemental weaknesses too. So like ice, fire, physical, all that kind of stuff. I kind of just don't remember what any of them are though. But
the data vault is protected by a force field. It must be shut
so this
down
here,
before we can gain access.
this is going to be our boss fight that we're going to come back to in a little bit.
And disable them.
Oh, and right here we have a huge kind of loot bug. So if we kill this guy, he's going to drop tons of different minerals and loot. Oh, he has a mini nuke launcher. Awesome.
We got the hoarder.
So see, he dropped a lot of different stuff here.
Lights up.
Yeah.
Smooth.
And so for this mission, we will be following these cables. It'll bring us to the shield generators. We destroyed 2 of those. It'll take down the shields for this boss fight here. And they'll be able to actually do the fight, basically. Nice, we got a full squad pretty quick.
My life for rock and stone.
None can stand down.
Rock and stone, brother.
I have a good feeling about this thing.
That glowing bit was a sniper turret. It will do a ton of damage, so you guys kind of stay away from those guys.
Turret destroyed.
Sniper turret destroyed.
I got the deposit.
Lighting up.
I want to sip
Feels so
already
good
here.
to say it.
Yeah.
Kill the loot bug. Light is up.
So proud of how he fought.
Oh, so we got a huge swarm coming in right here.
And on its way.
The game is super chaotic, similar to Helldivers 2, which is a lot of fun. As well as just being kind of cool too. And the community is super fun.
The hacking pod has landed. Hook it up to the power station so the hacking can begin.
These bugs don't stand a chance against us. Let there be light. Found some nitra. Platform.
Let's see what happens. Ah, so
Horn ready.
we'll use these kind of guys to
Oi, Beardo. There ain't no point getting by shooting him.
hook up to the shield generator. Like that. Oh, we need one more. So once we get this here set up, it's going to deploy a hacking robot, which will defend. Try to have it not get destroyed.
We have connection. Hacking pod online. Stop the hacking when you're ready.
Like that.
See, it'll hack the shield generator, and they'll take out our first
Rock and roll and stone.
Get to work,
thing we gotta do.
nerd.
There's a little hacking robot right here, hacking away.
The hack has begun. Protect the pod while it does its magic.
So we basically just have to defend it through this little loading bar.
Ready to be killed.
Hacking drone under attack.
Sentry armed.
And the weak point of these runs is usually just like right in the face. They're pretty easy to take out. But there are some bigger, tougher enemies as well. That
Lighting
purple one
up.
right there, he shoots webs, so they can kind of These are kind of annoying.
Every time I get caught, I would be a rich dwarf.
Yeah.
We got bogeys on the hacking drone.
There's also, I forgot to mention this, but there's different perks as well you can equip to each class. So as you can see, just a second ago, I used my double barrel shotgun. If I switch to it, I have my clip automatically reloaded. So one of the perks I have
We need some pest control on the hacking drone.
will actually automatically reload my weapon if I have it unequipped for a certain amount of time like that. So for something like the shotgun, it's super convenient because I can just quickly switch to it, fire out 2 shots like that, switch right back to my assault rifle, and then it'll most likely be reloaded by the time I switch back.
Rock and stone like there's no tomorrow.
And just like that, our first part of the shield is destroyed.
Lloyd! Hope I don't catch a cold. There is nitro over here.
So I was pinging that to hopefully get the the engineer's attention to put up a platform, but oh, here he comes. That's all good though.
I was born ready.
Ah, he did it anyway.
Rock and
What do we
stone,
got?
brother. Rock and stone to the bone. Lights up.
Whoops.
Be gone. Born ready.
I found a gold vein.
I'm out of here.
So long, suckers!
So here's an example of the gunner's zip line. Oh, well, that was bad.
One platform ready to use.
You goblin bastard!
For rock and stone.
Find the nitro!
Oh, I did not see that. Whoops.
Anyone needs ammo? There's nitro here.
Go crush I call for Molly!
And get a little bit of red sugar here, heal up slightly. Some minerals to mine. Sniper turret.
You have sniped your last dwarf turret. Lights up. Ulu cap here.
Oops.
Lock and loaded.
We already got that.
Loaded.
Some gold. Put up a flare.
Let there be light. Ordering a hacking pod.
Roger that. Sending in another hacking pod.
Pretty bad.
Stand back. Supply pod inbound.
Time to find Molly.
Some people don't think you should kill these guys.
Every time I have to take out a noob.
I always do.
Watch and learn. Artillery supply is here.
Hacking pod in position. Let's get it hooked up to the power station. Chop chop, team.
Oh, these right here. So
Weapon ready.
these robots, if you get them low enough on health, you can actually hack them.
Die, ball sack.
Like this. You can hack them, and they can actually join your team.
Ready to kill
Ah, let's have to get it first try. There we go. So now this guy's gonna join our team here. And help us kill these bugs and stuff.
ready. Found a food.
Oh,
Need some free space.
where is the mule? Here we go.
Lighting up.
Oh, we got this.
I was born ready.
What's the incendiary grenade?
see, here's a much bigger enemy. This guy here, the wrestler, pretty much can only go I believe his weakness is actually the pickaxe. Could be wrong on that, but I believe that's correct.
Locked and loaded.
Secondary objective completed. Fine job.
Been trying to get a shipment of D-pad. Fancy that. Ah!
Oops, threw that just a little bit too far.
Transmitter node on the way.
We should be able to.
Everyone, can I get some attention?
That's kind of a bad toss.
These transmitter nodes are as light as a feather. Hey, guys! Rock on! Help me set up the transmitter
There
node!
That's it. Connection established. Time to activate the hacking drone.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. So as you can see, also another little thing here is people keep typing R in the chat. It's just kind of like a little courtesy thing you do with the squad. So anytime you're about to do an event or progress in the mission at all, you just drop an R in the chat, let them know you're ready,
Start hacking right there.
Go get him, boy!
and then that means you're good to go ahead and start.
Hacking has commenced. Protect the hacking drone.
Oh, so right here, this big guy.
Box detonator, lads! Keep away!
That-
It's a friggin' killer!
Is a bulk detonator, so when he dies, he will nuke the map, basically. So you gotta stay far away from him. Shoot these little like
The
spores.
hacking drone is under attack.
And when he dies, like right now,
Blasted. The
Yeah.
hacking drone has stopped.
destroys a huge chunk of the map. There's also a rare version of that. I don't remember the name of it. It's like a golden version, so when it dies, it
Drone
coats
resuming hack.
the entire crater with just gold. So this whole area would be gold.
I was born ready to use.
Oh, it's kind of cool.
Flares up! Locked and loaded. You leak bungling son of a mother!
Keep the hacking drone secure.
As you can see, also my shotgun has like a flame sort of buff on it, or modification. And what's cool about that is that once this guy dies, he's gonna come out. He's gonna release this like cloud of green stuff,
Excellent. The
and
second
it's
power station
flammable. So shoot that.
Get back to the vault and disable
explode.
the emergency power to take down the force field fully. We're almost there, team.
Oops. Oh, that's not good.
Whoosh! Sentry gun needs assembly.
Okay.
Light is
I'm
up.
here.
This engineer's done a pretty good job at laying out these platforms,
Supplies are on the way.
because in a second, once we drop the shields and start this boss fight, that's gonna give us a nice sort of vantage point.
Patrol bot down and hackable.
To be able to shoot this boss. Where did it go?
Grabbing ammo. Yeah, give me some sugar. Light is up.
Oh, so he's doing a really good job.
Lighting.
That's what I was gonna do. That's it.
Out of my way!
Hold your breath. Gas bud is leaking.
See if everybody's ready now. That ain't not.
Access provided. Rock and stone! Like that! Rock and stone!
Supply pod requisitioned. Launching now.
Looks like it's ready now.
Look it!
Snell
That
sets
force
up.
field's as wavy as a pint of lager.
Yeah, 4 hours, perfect. So we'll take these out. This will drop the shield. It's gonna
Get ready,
start
folks! The force field is about to come
our
down.
event. So we dropped a supply pod somewhere. There we go.
Things about to go very
The force field
Oh.
is down. But watch it. The
Interesting.
caretaker is not going to like that. Destroy it before it reduces you to cinders.
Lock and loaded. Rock and stone! Rock and stone, brother! Shoot the
Except
open
this, we're gonna have to take out these corner pieces here,
getting more ammo.
which we've done pretty quickly, which is good. It's gonna open up its eye, or we can actually take damage to the boss.
It's me, you hard
And if you've ever played something like Terraria, the kind of boss fights almost remind me of that a little bit, where you kind of terraform the map somewhat, like this kind of arena to actually fight the boss. Where if our engineer didn't do this, it would actually make it
I love this.
a lot more tricky. A lot trickier.
I hate shower. Heads up! Caretaker's lost. Shredder.
So that was unhackable. Destroyed it.
Focus fire on the caretaker's eye. Boys! Reloading. Flares up.
Oh, gotta get out of there. So now, it seems like, was he? At some point he starts teleporting bombs around. I thought that's what I saw, but I don't think it was yet. And now that he's in the third stage, I think that's what he's supposed to do now.
ready to blow.
Don't stay in one place too long. The caretaker is launching
Yeah,
face bombs
there we go.
everywhere. Let there be
Nice.
light. Let there be light.
There we go. Oh. Didn't feel safe if that didn't blow up.
Getting supplies.
There we go.
Focus fire on the caretaker's glowing fist. Booyah!
A little low there, that was risky. Oh. Oh, nice. Good use of the shield right there.
Flares already out.
Oops. Oh.
By the flame. Rock and stone. Ready. Rock and stone.
Hang in there. Supplies are on the way.
Rock and stone.
Where is that damn
and that. That's going to be our data rack, which is our primary objective for this mission
I
right here.
was born ready. Grabbing ammo. Very much better.
This data
Light is up.
You did it, team. Data rack is secured, and all rival operations in the sector destroyed. Hit the button on the mule when you're ready. Damn good work. Come on home.
I found the mule.
Your ride home is on the way. Drop pod inbound.
Don't dig your own grave.
I like your style,
Like how you grew your
fighter.
beard.
Over here by the marker point.
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule. Drop pod departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
And just like in Helldivers 2, you gotta get to the extraction point. A little bit different than Helldivers 2 though, where our extraction point is going to randomly kind of drop somewhere and we have to go catch up to it versus kind of benefit like in Helldivers. And our mule here, if you ever don't know where to go, he will head, or she, it, the mule, will leave these little, like, signs that will kind of guide you where to go if you ever get lost.
Lighting!
Whatever it is.
Now this is how to compute speed. Lights up!
Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
Hey, trigger discipline bullet brain.
The mule has docked. Initiating launch sequence.
Light back! Rock and stone! Yeah!
Rock and stone it.
I ain't one of those.
We're pulling you back in.
With my life for rock and stone! Yeah! Rock and stone!
As you can see, hit him with a lot of rock and stones. Definitely liberal with the use of those.
We did it.
So that level screen there is actually not our player level. That's kind of like our battle pass level, even though it's kind of confusing.
Assignment complete. Oh, no, wait, my bad. There's still one mission to go. Apologies.
Got me. And so this screen here, this is where you can sort of select, unlock perks by doing different milestones and things like that, and you can equip your different perks in that equipment screen. That's just something I forgot to mention. Then we can go to our bar here.
Rockety rock and stone!
We have a drink
You
with the
boys
team.
better be better miners than you are dancers.
Bottoms up, friend. Rock and stone to the bone.
To a successful mission. My life for rock and stone!
I'm gonna order everybody some smart stout.
Smart stout for everyone! Rock and stone! Yeah!
Classy moves, team. Now quit it. Orders from management. Stop dancing and get to it.
Cheers, Mike.
The smart stout works! I just figured out what the air tubes are. You take 5 air tubes and you insert them into the rock and stone. Beautiful draw!
However, the darkness.
Temperature is significantly reduced in the presence of water, putting it down to 650 degrees Celsius at just a few
Hang on, I'm
kilobars
starting to
of
think
pressure.
Deep Rock is exploiting us common working folk. If we joined forces and founded our own mining company instead, we'd be raking in the dough.
Mission selected. Your chariot awaits, gentlemen. Move out.
Never gets old.
Blackout stout. Oh no. It's a blackout stout. You drink one of those, your character is gonna pass out. Which,
Suit up. Let's roll.
did he have one of those? He did not. Well, I think so. Our character's kind of buzzed. but who cares?
I have definitely not
Stone.
had enough. Let's rock.
If you don't rock it,
Initiating fasten your seatbelts.
by the beer! Rock and roll! Did I hear a rockin' stone?
For rockin'
Rock and roll